positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. And I guess they're at the final stages of jury selection in the P. Diddy case. And everybody's nervous about who's going to be name dropped with the Freakoffs and all that stuff, man. And it's just another distraction. It's another distraction so that you don't ask questions about the Epstein people. And be honest with you, the Epstein list is far worse, I would imagine, than the Freakoff list, because you have major figures in business, economics, heads of state that were involved in underage sex. And they were compromised in ways that these governments who are protecting these people don't want them to be exposed. So the Freakoffs and the sex trafficking and P. Diddy, I'm not defending the guy, but at the same time, how can an adult sex worker be trafficked? If you're a male sex worker, you sign an NDA, you want to go and slang Weenie, and you hook up with Puffy and his girlfriend Cassie at the time, and you freak her and whatever you do with him or whatever other females there, I'm quite sure he didn't have a gun or force you to pull your pants down and get wood and bust her cheeks. You're doing it on your own free will, just like all the other adults that were at the party. Now, if there were underage people there that were brought there for that, then that's a crime. And if they can prove that, then that would be considered a crime. But who else was profiteering from these so-called ongoing exploitation of sex workers and uh, prostitution? Who was Puffy the pimp? Was he uh, taking advantage and making these people perform at these freak offs and taking their money, or you know paying them to do these things against their will? I don't understand how that works. You have adult entertainers, actors all day long on OnlyFans and IG and all this different platforms selling their ass, slanging coochie, slanging weenie, and it's all consensual. I mean, they come in, they stay at some hotel, dude goes over there, hooks up with them, they do whatever they're doing, they go back, they go, to back to their families, the trick, whatever the case may be. But I just find it very entertaining that they make a big deal. And it was funny at first, all the baby oil and this and that, and oh, they found a gun, and oh my God, one gun. I mean, come on, man. The cover-ups now. If there was some of this other stuff could be proven, so-called, people getting shot, other people getting abused or beat up, but that doesn't sound like federal. It doesn't sound like, unless they can show there was some type of interstate commerce in multiple states where money was being made to create a continual criminal enterprise tied, and that creates the RICO. I don't understand how a freak off, whether it be in the Hamptons, whether it be in the Virgin Islands, whether it be in Beverly Hills, how that's a crime. And for all these celebrities that want to have this goody two shoe image, or whatever business people that don't want to let their business out there, that they like it in the butt, or they like it, wherever they like it at, they don't want that to be out there. Well, none of them would come to his defense. So when it all comes out, shit, I'm quite sure he don't have no problem spilling the beans, because what does he have to lose at this point? The people who have showed that they're his friends have stood up and rode with the dude, and those who have jumped ship a long time ago. So a lot of people seen the video in the hotel of him dragging her. We all know that was wrong. That's a wig split. But uh, to say that, oh, look, a lot of people go to these parties and they do drugs. People behind closed doors do a lot of things, and when shit starts coming out after a certain time, you can either stay or leave. A lot of people like to stay. A lot of people want to see what happens next. They want to go, and it's exciting. You know, man, I'm gonna bust like 10 cheeks tonight. Oh man, me and little so and so are gonna get our freak on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I mean, man, look, man, these people were willing participants, in my opinion. Most of them. I mean, unless you drug somebody and they didn't know and they passed out and you took advantage of them, that's a crime. But how the feds are prosecuting this case, in my opinion, doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless it's a cover up for something else. It's a smokescreen for something else, man. What Puffy is being convicted of is what Hef was doing the whole time he had the Playboy Mansion. Hef had some girls there that weren't 18. He had freak off parties. He had the regular parties and the other party afterwards. He had all type of stuff going on at the grotto. He was filming people. He had a shit ton of archived tapes. I mean, he sounded like a government agent to me. He never got in trouble. Literally, he had a catalog for pimping. Give me Miss January, 1987. Give me Miss February or March 1990. I mean, come on, man. He was doing uh, OnlyFans before OnlyFans was even a concept. When you think about it, you call, hello, yeah, I'm Lord so and so, and I'm in England, and I'm looking for the 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 young woman that was in your playmate for 1986, and she was December. She had the, oh yeah, yeah. Well, can you arrange for her and I to have dinner? I mean, come on, man. Is people that naive to not know that this game is nothing new under the sun? These guys learned the game from the predecessors, from people who've been doing it. It ain't nothing new. It's all about whether or not you're following protocol. Obviously, Puppy pissed some people off, and now they punishing them, trying to break them all the way down to the smallest compound. And jail is what they throw at you. Everything else, they take away your freedom, take away your wealth, and they try to make you a peasant. And when you're a peasant, they basically want to just stomp you out, just erase you if they can, to show that just like how they made you, they can break you. So this shit, man, we'll see how it plays out. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I've run across a lot of people who worked in the entertainment industry in that aspect, as far as doing stuff. And man, I talked to guys, and they told me about, they used to go to parties and they were paid well. They were there on their own free will. They were offered drugs. I know a guy. He said he never took the drugs because he didn't do drugs, but he was offered them multiple times. And yeah, it was just an all willing participation situation. And shit goes on all the time. And he's not the only one throwing up parties. He's just one of the most popular parties. And he is a perfect scapegoat for the quote unquote Epstein files, which, we're not going to see anytime soon, because powerful people have called in favors, and that's just going to be played out. If it wasn't anything major, why don't you just release it? They got all these videos and so-called recordings and this and that. I mean, obvious what they were doing is a lot worse. I mean, they prosecuted somebody for, who were the people who was getting pimped out in that situation. We still never. There's one person got convicted Other person allegedly hung themselves, and one of the victims supposedly, allegedly committed suicide. Come on, man. Can't be that naive, man. You can't believe what you hear in mainstream media. You believe that shit? Man, start talking to people on the street and people that are in the game, and you'll get more uh, legitimate news than you will from listening to what you hear on mainstream TV. All bullshit, man. All bullshit. Leave a comment, subscribe. BigHerc916. Never settle for average. Go to BigHerc916.com and pick you up a hat. What's up? BigHerc916, and I would like to introduce you to Little Herc's Big Lessons. My wife and I decided to come out with a children's book series that encourages young children to be strong, to make good choices, and also teach valuable lessons. Lesson 2, Speak with Strength. At school, Little Herc's classmate Maria looked upset. The bigger kids were teasing her about her artwork. Hey, Little Herc said, stepping forward, Maria's art is awesome. Let's show some respect. The bigger kids shuffled their feet and walked away. Maria smiled at Little Herc. Thanks, Herc. You're always brave enough to stand up for what's right. Little Herc felt proud. Speaking up is what strong people do. You can pick up the book, link in the description, share it with you. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang-banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.